Hello everyone, welcome back to another Technique Tuesday. Today we are talking about shoulder stability, and we are going to share with you two movements that we program quite regularly to help our members and help people on our program with their shoulder stability and shoulder strength. The implement of choice that we are using is a kettlebell. You probably want a relatively light kettlebell compared to what you may be using for swings or other movements, because the two movements that we're doing an inverted kettlebell press and we're doing a kettlebell halo. Now, before I get started and I take you through the movements, the number one thing that you want to make sure that you have before you start doing these is you want to make sure you have the requisite shoulder mobility to be able to do that. So if you struggle when you place your hands overhead to keep your ribs tucked down, if you find if I ask you to put your hands over your heels, you get into an overextended position, then these two movements probably aren't the best movements for you to be doing just yet. They are a more advanced movement. They are designed for people that probably have a good base level of shoulder mobility. So if you are unsure, I would strongly suggest talking to a coach, or feel free to reach out to us and we can do a video or a Zoom consultation with you and give you some direction on how to get there. But you'll need a kettlebell. As I said, a lighter kettlebell. First movement we're going to go through is an inverted kettlebell press. So for the inverted kettlebell press, I'm just going to grab the middle of the handle and the kettlebell is going to be upside down, hence why it's called inverted. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press overhead, making sure that as I do the movement, it's nice and controlled, because if I do it too quickly, I'm going to lose control. The kettlebell is going to fall over to the side of my hand. Okay, nice and controlled, bringing it up, bringing it down. Now, for this particular movement, there is a great advantage here, and it is going to not only work your shoulders by keeping your shoulder nice and stable, it's also going to work your forearms, and it's also going to work that wrist strength. So if you find that that is something that is lacking, this is a really good movement to add into your arsenal, even as a warm-up, because it will get those shoulders warm, but it's also going to get that grip and those wrists nice and warm as well. So a couple of key points on this movement that you want to make sure when you do it. One, as I just went through, nice and controlled. You do it too quickly, you're going to lose control of it. Secondly, keep that kettlebell as close to the center of your body as you can. If you let it come out too far, again, it's going to be too hard to control. You will lose control of the movement. And lastly, making sure we keep those shoulders down and nice and square. You don't want to shrug up, and we don't want to rotate or press through on one side with it. So that's the first movement, inverted kettlebell press. Normally I'm going to do those in sets of somewhere between 6 to 8. Then from there, we're going to move to an kettlebell halo. So again, the kettlebell's upside down. What I'm going to do is why it's called a halo, if I look at the badge here, I'm going to try and draw a halo around my head with the kettlebell. So as I do this, I'm going to go nice high elbows, one direction, then change and go back the other direction. You'll notice that when I go towards my back, the bottom of the kettlebell is pointed back towards the floor. So the way I do it, I go 1, 2, all the way through. Couple of key points, as we went through with the last one, nice and controlled. You're going to try and get those elbows nice and high. The other thing with this movement is you want to try and eliminate any rotation through your shoulders. Keep your shoulders nice and square. The added benefit with this movement, like with the inverted kettlebell press, you've got the added bang for your buck of forearm and wrist strength. For this one, it's midline stability. You are fighting against the natural rotation that the kettlebell is trying to cause through inertia by keeping those shoulders square. So we are getting some anti-rotation work through our midline when we do that. But nice high elbows, okay, turning that kettlebell right way up as it goes behind. Again, I'm probably working 6 to 8 reps in each direction. And if I'm going to couple these movements together, I'm going to hit anywhere from 3 to 5 sets. If I'm doing it as a warm-up, if you do 3 rounds of that before you start to do some heavy overhead pressing, doing some snatching, doing some clean and jerks, or whatever the case might be, it's going to help prep the shoulders and prep the midline for the work that you have ahead. That's it for this Tuesday. If you have any questions, please hit us up. Happy to go through anything as it pertains to training that you want to know. If you liked it, share, comment, tag your friends. If not, we'll just probably see you next week, or we won't. Bye.